Hey there. It's time to return back to the Wii in our look at some of the games released digitally for the Wii in the final days of the shop. We're starting off by taking a look at something we tried to look at last week. Is this one, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, My Life as a Darklord. Tried to start this up last week, but it didn't actually get to the game, as it was stuck on a screen where it was creating the save file. Well, some people told me what it was I had to do, and it wasn't actually stuck. Rather, what you have to do to play this game is you turn the Wiimote sideways, and you have to press the number 2 button to advance. And there was a number 2 icon on the screen at that point. I just didn't realize what it was because I don't think I've ever played a Wii game that requires you to turn the thing sideways. I mean, I've played Virtual Console games, of course, but I just used the classic controller for that. Right, and it gets to this point where it says we hold it horizontally. So I was pressing the A button, which is usually the advance button, the action button, in a Wii game, but that's not it here. It's the number 2 button. Alright, what we're doing right now in My Life as a Darklord is we're going to go to a new game, and we're just going to take a look at a couple of missions in this and see what it's all about. I'm going to overwrite this. We won't play the tutorial stage, since we're going to get the same content, the same gameplay, in the stages we're going to see. So this takes place after Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Bearers, apparently, just like My Life as a King did. Except, in this one, we're not controlling a just king, we're controlling a Dark Lord. But the old Dark Lord apparently was kind, just, and extremely handsome, which is not really what you think of when you think of the title Dark Lord. But apparently this Dark Lord loved his monsters, and the monsters loved him. So I don't know, maybe he was a Pokemon trainer who came to this world and was just... people saw him as a Dark Lord because he loved his monsters so much. See, Kratos offered his own life to protect the monsters. He sealed himself inside the Dark Crystal, which is currently in the tower that we're seeing right here. He's not dead. It's just that he's trapped in there. But there is a new Dark Lord that has been crowned. Mira, the Dark Lord's daughter. That's us. That's who we're playing. There we are. She wants total war. She is absolutely ruthless. We're going to take a look at Chapter 1, The War Begins. So basically, we have this tower. It's the Dark Tower. It's powered by the Dark Crystal that's on top of it. We declare the war on the world, even though we don't know anything about it. We need to learn from the Tonberries. They know about it. They're experienced. They've been around the block. Here's our throne room. The Tonberries are going to teach us. Mira's impatient. She's not a very good student. She just wants to beat people up. Isn't that what being a Dark Lord is all about? Why make it so complicated? Just beat some heroes up and there you go. Anyway, this is Chapter 1, The War Begins. Basically what's happening is, I guess our tower is moving across the land. Like it started from here, these are the tutorial stages. Now we're here, and we're trying to make our way to the castle. So I guess our tower can move. I guess it's like the castle from Kroll. Anyway, this is a level. We're going to start. It says at the bottom, Adventurers 8. 8 adventurers will try to kill us. Here's our tower. Alright, so what do we have to do? Well, before the adventurers come, I have to build floors. Only one kind of floor I can build right now, and that has an iron ball in it, which is a defense, but that by itself will not be enough. We need monsters. I'm going to summon goblins to populate these floors. And here comes an adventurer in the bottom right. That timer is counting down. Alright, that's all the points I have right now. And that'll be enough to take care of this level 1 trainee. Seems ill-advised for him to just rush into the tower on his own. Now, you might wonder, is this the same guy who we sent out on an adventure in My Life as a King? I don't know if there's any relation between the two games. But if this is the same guy, well, he's like gonna die pretty soon. Yeah, he's dead. I assume we killed him. It looked to me like we killed him and threw his lifeless body out of the tower. Now, I know the game has like a light cartoony look to it, but it seems to be what we're doing. I mean, it's self-defense, so really, the adventurers are the ones who are in the wrong. It seems like we're definitely killing this kid, though. I don't know what else that could be. I don't think he's surviving that. But these trainees, they're not even getting past the first floor of the tower. They just don't have the firepower. But maybe the level 2 trainee will. Let's see how much stronger level 2 is compared to level 1. Apparently not that much stronger. That's really not making much of a difference. Oh, but we got 2 level 2 trainees now. Maybe they're getting smarter. They're attacking in groups. And the way this works is when there's an adventurer already on a floor, that other adventurer gets to just go up to the next one. So if they attacked in a group, you know, like a lot of people all at once, I wouldn't be able to stop them. Here come 2 more. But that's fine, because we're about to kill these 2. No problem. So you can see that I'm not actually actively controlling anything. Like, I'm not controlling these goblins. They're just attacking automatically once their timer fills up. Mira does not fight herself, you know, she's more of an administrator. She's a manager. We manage the monsters on the tower, and, you know, they do their jobs, like they're doing right now. We did it. Ton Betty is so proud of us. And we acquire karma points after winning, which we can use to upgrade our tower or our monsters. I don't have enough for any upgrades, though. It kind of takes a few. Like, if we looked at this here. I wanted to upgrade my goblins to level 2. That takes 300. I only have 126 in the upper right-hand corner. Or here, if I wanted to upgrade my tower. Yeah, Ton Betty. I wanted to spend 100 karma. I could build 10 floors instead of my current limit of 5, but I don't need to do that either. 5 is fine for right now. So our tower continues to tear across the land, and adventurers continue to attack it. You know, if they didn't attack the tower, I don't think we could actually do anything. Well, let me do the first floor first. Like, our tower would show up by their village, and it would just stand there ominously. But it doesn't seem like we can actually leave the tower and attack. So really, the adventurers don't have to do anything. At least that's what it seems like to me. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we look scary, our big monster-filled tower. It doesn't seem like we can do anything, though, unless they come in. And they do come in. Now, you probably figured it out, but what the adventurers are trying to do is reach the top floor. If they reach the top floor, they will destroy the Dark Crystal, and it's an automatic game over for us. Because the Dark Crystal, the Dad Crystal, is the source of our power. We can't do anything without it. As far as right now goes, things are kind of samey, because it's just a bunch of trainees continuing to rush into the tower. The only floors I can build are the current offensive floors that we see here. The only monsters I can summon are goblins. But as you get further on in the game, you know, they mix it up. There's more of a variety. Also more of a variety of enemies. We've only seen trainees so far, and clearly they are not up to the task. Like, even these level 2 trainees have not been able to clear out a single floor. But they don't actually have to clear out a floor to advance. If you look above the trainee's head, there's going to be like a pie chart. You see it? And that's a timer. If the timer reaches 0, then the trainee will climb up to the next floor. So the trainee doesn't actually have to kill everyone on the floor. He just has to survive long enough to reach the next floor. It's just that they haven't been able to do that, is the thing. You'd think stories would get out about all of these kids, they look like teens, who enter the tower, and then a couple minutes later their lifeless corpse is thrown from the tower to the ground. And it's always from the first floor, so it's not like they got anywhere. It's not like they were able to advance. You'd think word would get out about that. Don't send your kids into the tower. It's just like a meat grinder in there. But things might change, because now the Black Mage is entering. No more trainee. What can the Black Mage do? Is the Black Mage any more capable than what we've seen so far? Actually, yes, a lot more capable. Black Mage is able to attack everyone at once, and also doesn't take much damage at all. Look at that. That Black Mage's timer is definitely going to reach 0 before we kill him. And here come 2 more. We're going to have 3 at once in the tower. So I should probably populate the 3rd floor here. Because those 2 others are coming in. And the 1st floor goblins only have half of their health back. While I'm at it, I probably should put another floor here and summon more goblins. If we look what's going on down here, they don't have much health. Yeah, that Black Mage just cleared out my floor. And they're not doing too well either. Hold on, they're going to the 3rd and 4th floors. Let me summon another goblin. Might just want to spend the rest of my points. Mira, I cannot build more than 5 floors. See, we're out of points also because I summoned all these monsters. Let's see what's happening down here. Alright, that one's done. Only one more. But his timer has run out. He's going up to the top floor. But it's alright. We were able to kill him. So many dead adventurers. We got a new kind of floor. We got the Dark Dresser. There were, and they are much more powerful than the trainees. Alright, so it tells us the different ways that they can attack. The trainees attacked at random. There are also different kinds of adventurers that will attack only the weakest. Those are the smart adventurers. And some will attack all, like the Black Mages. Well, that's a couple chapters done of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, My Life as a Darklord. It seems actually quite fun. I'm enjoying what I've played so far. Again, what we've seen right now, which is pretty simplistic and kind of repetitive, but in future levels, you know, you do have a larger variety of adventurers that come in to attack. They are more difficult. You get a larger variety of floors that you can build and monsters you can summon, so things do get changed up, as opposed to just the constant stream of trainees that we were seeing here. You know, so far, I think that this has been more immediately fun than My Life as a King. So I don't know. Maybe I might want to come back to this at some point. But I did enjoy what I was playing so far. But I think it's about time to go on to the next thing that we have this week. Another Wii eShop exclusive. It's Bonsai Barber. We're going to comic mischief all over everyone. So, I mean, the name of it would imply we're going to cut some hair. Just going to start a new profile. We're going to see how this begins. In our house, the only thing we can interact with is the newspaper. It says there's a new barber in town. Rumors about this new barber. No one knows what he looks like, except that excitement is near fever pitch about the new barber. And also, fate of the missing cat Tiddles, she was found. Tiddles is safe. So I hope that you're happy to hear that. Someone came in when we were not looking. It's Spudsworth. Spudsworth is interested in checking us out. They don't have a barber. They need a new one. You can see how much of a need he is of a haircut. He doesn't have hair, but... I mean, they call it a haircut, but they don't have hair. Fortunately, we are a very special kind of barber. A barber that doesn't work with hair, but rather plants. Alright, so how does this go? He wants us to cut his hair mountain style. Alright, I don't know if that's the best look for him, but we can do it. Well, maybe we should have come more prepared. Fortunately, the old barber kept his tools around. I'm just gonna get these scissors. So I rotate the scissors by rotating the Wiimote. You see how this is gonna go. We have to cut along the template. If this is the cut he likes, we can see how long it's been since he got a cut. It's growing out wildly. Oh, he's giving me a star. Got 1 star so far. Let's see how well we can do. 2 stars. 2 stars. I'm a 2-star barber. 3 stars. 4 star. 5 stars. He explodes with pleasure. He's ecstatic about how good of a haircut this is. All right. By using the mallet, I can end the session. He loves it. He's going to tell everyone that I'm the real deal. Everyone's going to come in. Here's Bristly Bob. He's got apples. He doesn't look like a tree, but he's got apples. It's Maisie. She's got a special friend, Beaky. It's Catnip. Catnip also has an apple. Doesn't look like an apple tree either, but there's an apple in there. All right, what do we got? Let's take a look at. Hold on. Get this. I've achieved a 5-star rating as a trainee. I'm going places as a barber. I've got the Bumper Book of Barber Business. There's got CMI Award in there. CMI Appointments. Let's see. Styles. More awards. Okay. Let's. I could talk with Otto to save. Don't need to do that right now. Let's go with Bristly Bob. What does he want? He's here to get the square style. Let's do it. Let's do it, Bristly Bob. He's spreading the joy of rootin' tootin' fruit. Unfortunately, though, a bunch of these fruit are outside of the square, so if that's okay with you, Bob, I'm just gonna cut this off. Sorry, Apple, but I don't know what I was supposed to do about that one. If you want the square cut, well, a bunch of these apples are not in the square. Okay, I got 2 stars. 3 stars. I'm not losing my nerve now. Please, Beaky, you're getting in the way of my scissors. 5 stars. Look at this beauty, this glorious square cut. We also have other tools. We could trim the leaves, take the photograph, paint the leaves, bend the twigs, or we can paint. Let's paint. He likes apples so much, I'm going to pretend that there are apples on here. What do you think of that, Beaky? Beaky loves it. Beaky loves being doused with paint. Anyway, we're a 5-star barber. Cherry twins have arrived. Well, there's only one of me, but that's enough for all of you. Because I only need one pair of scissors to handle everyone. Here's Maisie. She wants the dome style. Maisie also has apples. I don't know how corn is growing apples. Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that to me. I don't have the answers. Anyway, if I want to carefully turn the scissors to get this rounded cut. Oh, let me skip over here. You know, a good haircut is a work of art all its own. 5 stars. Look at that. It's amazing. I mean, so far I've only needed these scissors. I would assume that the additional tools... Hi, Reg. The additional tools... are you saying that it's boring? Producing these works of art with my scissors? I assume that I need the additional tools later on with more difficult cuts. But right now I'm only using the scissors. We're gonna use gonna go with the pompadour. Is that a pompadour? I mean, it's kind of hard to say, because when you think of a pompadour, you don't really think about it from seeing it from the front. Like, you see it from the side, so I'm not sure. But that's what we're gonna cut. Cut more away from outside. It looks like I'm getting inside the lines too much. Too much. But she's giving us stars. We could use the water to regrow some of the hair if we want to retry. I got 5 stars. 5 stars. Thanks. Is Toffee Face a compliment? Oh, but you know, I know that I can tell that she's a fan of pink. How about what green go with this? Yeah, that's what I like. There we go. There we go. Oh, I have to take a picture. There we go. I'm gonna keep that picture. Yeah, that's right. That's how I like it. We did it! Oh, is this something new? Oh yeah, Village Camera Club membership. Oh, because I took a picture. It's signed by B. Barber. I don't know who that is. Is that us? No, why would we sign our own certificate? Anyway, Cherries want space buns. Oh, bring a friend. Is it multiplayer? I got 1 star already? How did I get 1 star? Well, it's clear that we're going to do a lot of business in this town. Considering how desperate these plants are for some foliage cutting? I mean, it's not hair. What would you call it? Four stars. Getting there. There it is. Hear that? A master barber. That's who we are. That is who we are. That is what we do. That is our passion, our calling in life. Mega skills. Something new here. Let's see. Taking a brilliant photograph of 5 stars. Great. I'm doing so well. It's only my first day. Wants the pointy style. But you know, Reg, unfortunately, you're the last customer of the day. And when you're the last customer, you know, you can make mistakes. You get tired, you know, you're not really thinking about what you're doing. Look how sad he is. Oh. He's not liking what I'm doing here. you know, I know what you wanted, but if I just want to take some artistic liberty here, and go with this. I think that this looks good for you. I think you're just trying to fool people by getting a hairstyle that it's attention getting. You're trying to draw attention away from yourself by drawing attention to your hair. You don't need it. You don't need it. He is so upset about what happened. That was 0 stars. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad. People seem to be, well, except Red, she's not happy, but most people seem to be happy. Practice makes perfect. So, I believe that, we can practice, we can practice with that plant pot is what I should say. If we just wanted to practice our skills with these templates. Oh, hey. Yep. I could save my game, or my work will be lost, but I don't need to save. I think that's probably enough for Bonsai Barber. So it's like a fun thing. I don't know, it has like a nice style to it. It's very smooth. It's very pleasant. It feels good to rotate the remote to cut the hair. To try to get it within the lines. And again, I assume that as you get further on, there would be a need to use those other tools, but so far there really hasn't been. But I had not actually ever heard of this game until like a couple weeks ago, and I like it quite a bit, and I don't think this was ever released on anything else. So, as the Wii Shop goes down, so too does Bonsai Barber. I mean, if Nintendo ever wanted to release this on anything else, I suppose they could do it with the Switch, since you do have motion controls with the Switch. I suppose that's possible. But for right now, the Wii is the only thing this ever came out on. Alright, third thing we're going to play. Let me just hook up my nunchuck to the Wiimote, because we are going to play some Alien Crush Returns. Alien Crush was a pinball game. It was on the TurboGrafx 16. Might have been ported to the Genesis. I'm not sure about that. I know it was on the Turbo, though. And for whatever reason, there was a sequel exclusive to WiiWare. It's Alien Crush Returns. I don't know why. It seems like such an odd thing to bring back. But they did. And they made it kind of all intense and extreme. Yeah, I'm not going to communicate with anything because Nintendo Wi-Fi connection is down. NFC, it hasn't been around for a while. So we're going to enter this. We're going to go... I think, it's always fun when you have two things on the menu, and the way you select them is by... like, one of them turns a different color. It's hard to tell which one is selected, but I think it's New Game right now. Yeah, there it is. So, what's this about? Well, like I said, it's pinball, but it has a story. See, story mode. We can play the game from scenario to scenario. Well, of course, we're going to play the story mode. So I don't know if that's a reference to the first Alien Crush. Have decades passed since the first Alien Crush? Or is this a sequel, or is this a remake of the original? This is a pinball game, mind you. What did they find inside? They couldn't have expected what they were going to find. It's like they found flippers and like a steel ball that they could shoot at the... This is what they found. So basically the alien ship is like an organic V'ger, and we've entered it, and we have to defeat it with pinball. Alright, destroy those target aliens. There's 4 of them. Let's do this thing. Or at least try to. So I could try to get points. Oh, that's a great start. I could try to get points just like a normal pinball, but as it said, there is a certain objective we need to do, and that's to kill those 4 monsters, 4 aliens, that are on the bottom part of the board. Okay, that's 1. 2. I haven't even... I'm doing poorly. Alright, control the flippers with the triggers on the Wiimote and the nunchuck. Okay, that's 3. Haven't actually done anything myself, but okay, there we go. Oh, actually, there's one more. There's one more. I guess they respawn. 2 more. I see 2 of them. Okay, no, they are respawning. They are respawning. So it might be the case that what I have to do is just kill them fast enough that they're all dead at once. I'm not sure about that. Or do I just have to kill each type once? Or if I keep killing them, will they stop respawning? That's also a possibility. I mean, this alien ship is very mysterious. It's hard to say how anything works here. There it is. We did it. Level has been cleared. I like how, like, the flippers and everything have, like, this certain, like, Earth tech look to it, so you can tell that, like, that's the technology that we brought with us into the alien ship. Defied imagination. I mean, yes, you would not imagine this. Should have done the other one. Should have done the other flipper. Almost. It looks like... Oh, okay. Everything was dead, but I guess it doesn't matter if you kill everything at once. The level's not over yet. You just have to kill them enough times that they stop respawning, I suppose. Could have gotten that easily, but I didn't. There we go. Second level is done. It's time for a boss. It's this big thing. Our ears were assailed by a planet-shattering roar. It's feeding time at the Intergalactic Zoo. And I guess we're on the menu. We're gonna feed it our space ball. Oh. Is it able to just destroy the ball by slamming it down? I didn't know that. Alright, so this boss is able to actually destroy the ball. If I retry, where do I start? Let's just see. Okay, we started the boss. There is a ramp going up the center. Let's see if we can... Nope. Wrong one. Oh no, what is... Well, I don't know what that was. He spat purple stuff at me. It didn't seem like it did anything. Maybe it stops the momentum of the ball. Uh-oh, my left flipper is not working. It's jammed. That's what the purple stuff does. It jams up the flippers. Yeah, my right one's jammed too. Look at that. What do you think about pinball games that have objectives? I mean, it's not just video game pinball games, but actual pinball tables can have objectives as well. One I always liked was Medieval Madness, where you're attacking a castle with a ball, and there's like lights on the table that tell you which of the enemies you're currently fighting, and they're like sound samples that you hear as you're doing it. And like, supposedly, you know, you defeat all the enemies, and then you eventually get to the... Eventually there's a last boss. And I guess the only difference between the enemies is just the voice samples that you're hearing while you're attacking the castle. I always like that one. Oh. You know, I was too busy flipping my flippers. That just... missed that entirely. Oh. So much momentum. I'm also surprised that of the Games 2 remake, that Hudson did Alien Crush instead of Devil's Crush. Because Devil's Crush I always thought was considered to be like the more popular, better of the two. Both of them were on TurboGrafx. Multi-ball. Also, both Alien Crush and Devil's Crush are available on the Wii Virtual Console. So if you wanted to play the originals, those are available on here as well. Both flippers. Okay, there we go. And we beat the boss. So, I guess that's, that's probably enough for Alien Crush Returns. You get the idea. You would continue on. I unlocked the reverse ball, apparently. Sure, I can save my game. You would continue on into the belly of the beast, the belly of the alien ship. I don't know how much of more of a story there could be than just, we continue on. Yeah, we're on the brink of entering the alien lair. Yeah, I doubt, like, the aliens have any kind of motivation or dialogue or anything. It's probably just, they're just kind of gross. Is what I'm assuming. But that's Alien Crush Returns. As far as I know, I believe this was only released on the on WiiWare. Never came out on anything else. So, of course, we were looking at it as we do. I mean, it's a fine pinball game. And, you know, I do like the idea of when they do weird things like adding a story mode to pinball. That's always kind of a fun thing. But what we're going to do now, let me just get what I need. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at a Virtual Console entry, which is, you know, the pattern we've been doing. Looking at a few WiiWare games and then looking at a Virtual Console game that only had its official release on the Virtual Console. Though some people did tell me after the first Wii video that Rondo of Blood did have a previous Western release on the PSP. There we go. Now we're in 4x3, which is what you want to do when you're going to play a 4x3 game on the Wii. And in this case, it's going to be Pulseman. So Pulseman is a Genesis game, says it right there. But kind of the, I guess the reason to look at this is because Pulseman was a game made by Game Freak, makers of Pokemon. They occasionally make other games. It's not that often, but sometimes they do, and they made a game on the Genesis that never actually came out in the West, which seems kind of odd. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't come out here. As far as I know, the Wii Virtual Console was the only Western platform that this got a release on. So we're going to take a look at it. Let's reset back to the beginning of the game. It's Pulseman. Let me just take a look at the options here. All right, options we have talks about our controls. Let's see, A button is Volteca, B is attack, C is jump. So I'll just remember that. So what is Pulseman? That's Pulseman right there.
Climb in progress.
He's a superhero robot. He stops crimes. So this game, I mean, upon seeing it, you know, what you're going to think about is that it's Mega Man. Really does not play like Mega Man, but the look of it definitely has the same Astro Boy inspiration that Mega Man had. It's a nice look. I mean, the game looks good. How does it play? Well, not really like Mega Man. Anyway, there are 3 stages to start with. Oh, and as you can see, the game's not translated. There were some Japanese-only games released on the Wii Virtual Console that did not get an English translation. Enough of the text is translated to English, but not all of it. We can pick Japan to go to, we can pick India, or we can pick the USA. We're going to start with Stage 1, Japan. Actually, there is a little bit of voice acting. Yeah, right there. And it's in English, which seems kind of odd. But I'm not complaining, but it is. Anyway, here's Pulseman. We can attack like that. We can jump. Let's see. We can run and then do a Volteca. Like that. We basically turn into an electric ball and fly a little bit. And we can bounce around if we want to. If, like, we're around any, like, walls or anything. We can't go into Cafe Alex, however. I'm sorry to say. I want to go into Cafe Alex, but we can't. I got, like, something? I don't actually know what things do in this game, but I got, like, a little icon. I have 2 of them now. See, it's an attack. I went through this robot here. I can also pinball off of walls like that. But really the thing that makes this different than Mega Man is that I don't shoot. You know? Oh, well, I say that, then I just shoot right there. But mostly my attack is like this hand attack. But if I'm charged up, I can also shoot a flash arrow, I believe is what he says. But it's not really a shooter like Mega Man is. I believe that was health I picked up. And now I'm going in! Where am I going? Well, I'm going into cyberspace. Pulseman can go inside the computer. I know your mind is blown. Whoever thought of such a thing? Well, Game Freak did. The music inside cyberspace is kind of terrible. I like how big and colorful the graphics are. But, like, when you look at the environment in this particular area, you know, doesn't look that great. So I don't know if there's a limit to how much I can bounce like that. Movement is also kind of weird because, like, when I start moving, I'll walk for a bit and then I'll start running. Like that. It's kind of an odd thing. I think I would like it if it was more consistent. Alright, I'm back out. Like, there was like a monitor that I went inside, and now I'm out. Now I'm at a TV station, and there are dead people in the background. So I guess the story of this level is that a TV station has been taken over by, like, evil people, like a hacker, because we're going to meet one. And I'm being attacked by the TV equipment. Yeah, and there's, like, there's an anchor woman in the background there. She's dead. It's so sad, I know. Whoop. Almost fell in some spikes. We don't want that. Anything over here? Sort of, but I can't get to it. Ah, missed. I wonder if I could Volt Tekka to the other side of this. Well, probably just play it safe. I like Pulseman's design. You know, I think he has a good look to him. And again, just considering how popular Mega Man was in the West, I don't know why they wouldn't have released this. Because it couldn't have been, like, looking too anime or whatever, you know? Because that was a reason that some games were not localized back then. Here's a hacker. He's hacking. I have to go in cyberspace to stop him hacking. I couldn't just kill him. He's standing there. I couldn't just kill him while he was standing there. I have to go into the cyberspace and face him on his own terms. Gonna punch his big wireframe hand. Turning yellow. We're doing damage to his big cyber hand. When wireframe polygons were considered to be this high-tech thing, you can tell we're in the future world of cyberspace because of the untextured wireframe. There we go.
Great job.
Thanks. She winked at me. His laptop's smoking. We destroyed it. Now, what do you do with an evildoer? Only one thing we can do. That's right. Kill him where he stands. That was recorded live.
Due to the efforts of Pulseman, the case was completely solved.
See, that was in English.
Stage clear.
That was in English, and they subtitled it in Japanese. There's a bonus stage. We break all blocks. We play Breakout with Pulseman. See, when I Volt Tekka, I control the paddle. And I can shoot it. We have a time limit to break these blocks. Get that last one. There we go. Did it. Perfect. So that's Pulseman. That's probably enough. Like I said, it's this... it's interesting in the sense that, Game Freak made this game, and it was only in Japan, never released in the West. It's an interesting look. It's like, again, you look at it and you think it's Mega Man. Does not play like Mega Man at all, though. I don't like it as much as Mega Man games. Like, Mega Man games just feel smoother. They feel better. Pulseman, I don't think the quality of the movement and the jumping and the platforming, I don't think is on the level of something like Mega Man X. It's not bad. It's kind of fun. But really, I would say that I'm just looking at it more like a curiosity of this thing that never came out here, and then for whatever reason was released on the Wii Virtual Console. So it was available here for, up to now, up to the point where you no longer will be able to buy it. But at the moment, it is still available on the Wii Virtual Console, and as far as I know, this was the only Western platform that the game was released on. It looks like it actually had some production values. Like I said, the game is bright and colorful, big sprites. There's voice acting on a Genesis game. That's not something you got often. And it seems pretty fun. Though again, it's not nearly as polished as something like Mega Man X. Well, I would say that's probably it for the 4 games that we were looking at this time round with the Wii. We looked at Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, My Life as a Darklord, which I thought was really fun. I thought that was good. We looked at Bonsai Barber, which was surprising for me because I never heard of it before, and it seems like this very smooth, polished, very simple thing, but fun thing. And I might want to play more of that one as well. We looked at Alien Crush Returns, which, that's a good pinball game. It's not really remarkable. It's not something I would probably return to. It's just this kind of funny thing about how it's like this story-based pinball game that's a sequel to a game that was on the TurboGrafx 16 back in the early 90s. Why did they do that? I don't know, but it was only released on WiiWare and nothing else. And lastly, here is Pulseman. A Genesis game, never released in the West, made by the makers of Pokemon. And it seems okay, but not on the level of what you might expect from something like Mega Man. Those are the 4 games we looked at this time round. We're not done with the Wii yet. We still have some more to go, some more WiiWare exclusives. So we'll be back next time as we continue on with our final look at WiiWare and the Wii Virtual Console. I'll see you next time for 4 more titles.